Please listen carefully.
Hello, universe, and welcome to the Optimist Daily Update. I'm Kristy Jansen.
And I'm Summers McKay.
And we're part of the team behind the Optimist Daily, making solutions the news. We bring you reader-funded solutions news every day in order to change the tenor of news media, social media, and the direction of your day to make it one focused on solutions.
7 days a week, we publish positive news stories written by award-winning journalists and delivered online to your inbox and through our social channels. And also, we are sharing these solutions in a commute-worthy, walk-worthy, home office-worthy, hump day-worthy, a week and 2 days till Christmas-worthy podcast. Today is Wednesday, the 16th of December, 2020. Kristy, 9 days till Christmas. What are you going to do? You ready?
No. I'm not going to have Christmas until at least January sometime.
Right,
I don't know.
Right. On Monday, we decided Christmas this year was pushed to January 6th, so we're all good.
I don't know. I don't want to think about it yet. I'm a little overwhelmed at how quickly it's all coming down.
So obviously I have a lot of people in my household for whom I want to celebrate and buy gifts, but I have been in such like a nesting phase, and we reorganized our living room and we've created little places for Brennan to safely play with a nanny, and we have a new microwave, and I feel like I've bought all these gifts for our home, but I realized that I have teenagers who are not going to be particularly like delighted by the new sideboard. So I'm scurrying, and they don't listen to the podcast, so they won't know, but our 16-year-old in her high school dress code is allowed to wear sweatshirts that have college logos. So I am getting her some sweatshirts from some top colleges. That's my big gift, but I have a sneaking suspicion nothing will arrive by December 25th.
Yeah, that's
so
my
I sort of missed the shipping deadline, but it is what it is.
So arts and crafts, gift certificates.
I did hand everybody a piece of paper that says "I love you." It's perfect. Oh wait! But you already delivered gifts to Amelia and I, and at this precise moment, I am wearing the most comfortable fuzzy socks ever.
Yay!
Thank you for my fuzzy socks, my dear.
Keep your toes toasty. That's what I always say about
chilly mornings. Yes. It was 45 degrees this morning in my neighborhood. So that's cold for us.
I'm sure our friends on the East Coast are going to be like, whatever.
I know. Get over it.
Weather.
Get over it. So everything's good in your house. You guys are doing good. And even though Christmas is going to come in January, you're feeling optimistic today?
Yeah. Well, so we're waiting my husband's test results, but no sign of this. So we should get that back today, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully he'll be negative and he can go back to work, and we can go back to actually having coffee in the morning together, which we don't do right now. It's like so strange.
I know. In our early morning check-in, Kristy sometimes is still having breakfast, and usually like I'll see her husband in the background or hear him, and it's just been crickets since you guys all had to isolate. So I am rooting for tomorrow, and I know everybody listening is rooting for you as well. So,
yeah.
But there's some other good stuff to root for on the Optimist Daily today. We have some really, really meaningful articles that we should probably just get to.
Let's just get to. Do you want me to go first? Or are you going to do your head?
You take the lead. You take the lead today.
So my headline reads, Pitzer launches U.S.'s first bachelor's program for incarcerated individuals. And I love this idea. I know that there's been other programs. Rutgers has a program in New Jersey with Rutgers and some other colleges. Bard College has a program for inmates, but I think mostly those are for associate's degrees. So it's the 2-year college degree. And then sometimes there's movement towards a bachelor's, but this apparently is the first 100% bachelor's program for people who are in prison. This is for incarcerated individuals at the California Rehabilitation Center, the CRC, which is located in Norco, California. And they now have an opportunity to earn their degree from Pitzer right alongside other college students. It's the first college or university to design a bachelor's degree program like this. And it's called the Inside Out Pathway to BA program. And it uses virtual learning, which we've all become way more familiar with this year.
Yeah, I don't think virtual learning is called virtual learning anymore. I think it's just called learning.
It's just college, right? That's just going to school now.
It's just going to school.
Anyway, but when you realize it doesn't matter where you're sitting, you can still engage through the wonders of mass media and the internet with other like-minded college students and professors, that's what this does. So the incarcerated students, they video chat into their lectures, or they probably use Zoom, I don't know, or whatever else, Google Meetup or whatever the thing is. And they experience that, quotes, face-to-face virtual college education, just like most other college students this year, right?
Exactly.
And the first cohort of graduates should be getting their degree at the end of 2021. So it's coming right down. I think this is really neat. It's part of the Claremont College's Intercollegiate Justice Education Initiative, or JEI. And it is one of the truly progressive ways of thinking about folks who have landed in prison, and how do you actually help people get through that and come out of that incarceration with better life skills so that they can actually become really productive and contributing parts of their communities. It's not like you just go in, you have to apply. There's a whole application process, just like for normal college. And so it's a competitive selection, but it really can transform the lives of the folks who end up in this program, and the people even who are behind bars with them, as their minds get opened up to the world and new opportunities. I think it pays itself forward. These kinds of programs result in 43% lower odds of recidivism, which means getting back into prison after, because it's pretty common for folks who've been incarcerated to come out and go back in, because it's really, really hard. We don't give former prisoners a lot of support to get them really back into functioning into the community. So, and that's a sad thing. And I think that finally we're starting to realize that it pays off to invest in these people as human beings, because it's way cheaper to educate and to make them into productive members of our society than it is to keep paying to keep them behind bars. It's way more expensive, and it's just awful. So I love the story. That's why I wanted to talk about it. Sorry, I'm going on and on.
No, you're not going on and on. You're great. It's a fantastic story. It's just because it's Wednesday and we're like, chop, 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 have to get it done. My story is also a story about creating opportunity where previously there was not. And this story is beautifully written. It is WayFinder helps individuals with intellectual disabilities navigate independently. So most of us just don't think twice about basic things like hopping on a bus. Well, I guess everybody thinks about getting on a bus now, but getting anywhere, just shopping at the grocery store or visiting a mall. But a new app called WayFinder hopes to make daily tasks more approachable for all by unlocking independent travel for people with intellectual disabilities. This app, designed by an organization called AbleLink Technologies, and the engineer in charge, Daniel Davies, uses GPS to basically prompt step-by-step instructions for people who have cognitive disabilities. And it anticipates kind of common areas for confusion and offering helpful suggestions that they might run into, like what a certain bus stop looks like or when to keep riding even if a bus stops. The app has a partner feature that allows a caregiver to track users' progress on an independent journey for safety and peace of mind. It kind of reminds me, we have a app that we use to track all of our family members called Life 360, which is actually like a super creepy app that teenagers hate that their parents have. But we love it because we're able to just keep an eye on everybody in our family and know if somebody's running late or where they are. But what this app does, what Mr. Davies, the engineer, has created is just this really, really beautiful opportunity for people to have more autonomy. He was inspired by his brother, who is faced with an intellectual disability. And basically, many of the organizations are setting up tests. Marikey is a human service organization that has set up a test to run the app with 30 residents and taught them how to use it to find their way to the mall, their job, or a friend's house. And so far, the app has been really successful. Giving people with different abilities an increased sense of autonomy and accessibility is so critical. And I just love this solution. It's really a poignant one. And I know there are a lot of people who will benefit from it. So I love this story. What else did we love on the Optimist Daily today?
Well, want a good laugh? I certainly can use one. Check out these winning comedy pet photos. That's a good laugh.
Love animal photos.
Always good for a smile. I've been mining the New Yorker comics lately, so that's been why I've been sending those to you.
You've been sending them to me. My favorite was the one about doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling, yeah.
Well, you know what? Maybe we can ask for permission to republish that one because that was darling.
That was great. Cleveland's baseball franchise is planning to drop the controversial Indians nickname, another renaming of something which has been offensive to certain members of our community. And I think that's interesting. It's a good positive progression there. Report global emissions dropped 7% in 2020. Now that we're at the end of this year and it's gone on longer than we thought, there is a little bit of a silver lining in terms of global emissions. Got more work to do, but hey, that's a great one. Marvel is launching a new comic featuring real life heroes, nurses. This is something that you were talking about yesterday, Summers, right?
Yep. I think the Fauci effect and like the ICU nurse effect and, maybe even the PhD effect. We'll talk about that later, but whatever.
Yeah, I like it. And just really quick, one more, how glacial runoff from Mount Kilimanjaro is preserving a precious coral reef. That's two of your favorite things, Summers.
I know.
And the ocean.
And obviously, glacial runoff from Kili is accelerating, but the fact that there is a positive result that it is preserving this coral reef and keeping, it's just a beautiful story. So yes, from mountains to oceans, that's my jam. Hey, everybody, thank you guys so much for listening to this Wednesday version of the Optimist Daily Update. We promise to continue to share positive solution-based stories with ideas on how you can participate in this changing world and ensure it is changed for the good. We promise to cover the current events with accuracy, legitimate sources, and offer you the information needed most to chart new paths for all of us.
And please consider becoming an emissary on theoptimistdaily.com. And for just $5 a month, support reader-funded independent journalism and be a part of the solution changing consciousness that addresses our world's biggest challenges with a problem-solving mindset. If you can, help us keep the Optimist Daily free for everybody who needs it, supported by those of us who can. Thank you so much, everybody. We will talk to you again tomorrow.